Now, I believe that I heard that you wrote, was it like 70 plus songs for this album?
72.
For the new album? 72, wow.
Insane.
Did you play with a bunch of different styles?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a lot of songs that are very in the, I would say, like Troye Sivan world.
Really?
Like that very like soft electronic stuff. I did a lot of that, and I personally I love that, and I feel very comfortable in it as well. So part of those songs didn't make the record, of course, because of the sound. Part of it were trash, and
You have to make some trash before you find the good stuff.
always, that's the most important stuff. And I don't know, others, I didn't click with the other people in the room.
Sure.
I didn't really love, maybe the song was good, but I wasn't feeling like I was owning it so much, you know? So at the end, 14, good.
Are there some of those that like didn't quite make the album though that we can maybe expect to hear in the future?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, beautiful.
I mean, you can make 4 albums out of what you wrote for this one.
No, because I don't want to make terrible albums. I can make two. I can make two. I can make
Beautiful.
this
Wow,
plus
okay.
one. I can make this plus another.
All right,
Like
so-
let's say 75% of another.
So we have another era to look forward to already. And this one hasn't even
Kinda,
fully
yeah,
started.
Yeah. It's not a different era. I think it really matches what is going on right now. But yeah, I have so many fucking songs.
Were there any songs that made the album that you really had to fight for?
There was a conversation with the label, etc. They wanted 12 songs, but I really felt like it's my first record, so I won't give out a lot of music, and we negotiated for 14 because my first instinct was 17.
14 feels manageable as a listener.
14 is
Still.
yeah. You know, there's also that discussion that has to be made. But there was one in particular that it's called Tango, and honestly for me it's actually one of the best of the record. But I had to fight a little bit for it. Yeah.
Is it a tango?
No, it's not.
No, okay.
It's not. It's about dancing a tango with someone.
Got you. So you enjoy dancing then?
This is purely metaphoric, but it's fun. I enjoy every like body movement. I have,
Well, you're quite the performer.
Yeah.
Performing
You were
down.
dancing in that music video?
No, I was
yeah.
definitely, yeah.
With the new album, you came out with 2 fantastic songs already, or 3 actually, I should say.
2.5.
Two and a half. Because you started off with the Labrinth collab was the first one, right?
Yeah.
And then Born with a Broken Heart was the second one. Those are very different songs,
Yeah.
right? So where does the rest of the album fall on that spectrum?
No, I think Born with a Broken Heart, it's more like a good hint for the rest of the album. Silver Lines, it's a little bit the standout one, but also I think it ties in because of the theatricality, you know, and the like overall drama of it.
Right.
But I mean, like I had a song with Labrinth, I couldn't.
Right. You can
I
just not put
couldn't
it
keep
out.
it out of the album. Honestly.
And that was pretty early in your writing process, right?
It was first day of sessions. We wrote Next Summer.
Great song.
After we wrote Next Summer, they talked to me about this Labrinth thing that was possible. And the second day we wrote Born with Broken Heart. So that was 2 very good days.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
And you have a bit of a songwriting rule where you're like, if it's a good enough song, we're finishing it that day.
We don't leave the room until the song
leave the
is
room.
over.
Wow. How late have you stayed at a session?
We did writing camps. We went to Joshua Tree.
Nice.
And we wrote from like 10 to 4 in the morning.
Crazy.
Man.
Yeah, but it was a bunch of dudes in a house in the desert.
Yeah.
So we were like, yeah, you know, it was
Sure.
very fret.
Can you
vibe.
explain what does mean? Can you explain that?
It was frat.
You know, like hyping herself up, like, dude, this is amazing. Let's write another one, and then like, you know, smoking and then
What was that part? I didn't hear that part.
no, there was a cut.
No, that's great.
Amazing. But no, it's so cool. Like, are there any people that like you've been writing with specifically on this project that like you feel like are really like able to kind of help pull that emotion out of you? Because I know you've been really like writing from the heart specifically on this project.
Yeah, no, I had sessions with like 100+ people, and the album comes down to not even 10. So I would say that everyone that's on the album, we are very close, and they really have been able to make me comfortable and safe to share whatever I was feeling like to share. I would say maybe like Jason Evigan and Sarah Hudson are the ones I bonded the most, but actually because I spent 3 months with them in a room like every day, and I don't know, like they're pretty unique people. Also Mark Schick worked with us. They're all very like unique people, so it's easy to build a connection, honestly.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's amazing.
Now with this album, this one's all in English, correct?
Yeah.
I'm wondering because English is one of 3 languages you're fluent in.
Yeah.
So how does it work? Because this is a very vulnerable album, and yet you're not writing in your primary language. Do you feel like writing in English helps you get more deep, or does it put a wedge between you and your emotions?
There's a difference. I think that English allows me to say more because it's like not with the fact that it's not my first language. I don't judge the way I'm saying things.
Right.
Like I don't want to make it prettier. I actually like the fact that I talk in a simpler way than, of course, a mother language. In Italian, for me, it's more about style because we have such a big vocabulary that you can say things in, like if in English you can say the same thing in 5 ways, in Italian you can say in like 20. So in Italian for me it's more about finding the very unique way and kind of play with the language, because I own it more and I can like play and make it like more original. So like in English is about simplicity, in Italian it's almost about making it as complex as possible.
Right. Which I guess that would lend itself to a lot of freedom on your end to just kind of put out the feelings.
Yeah.
There is a lyric, I believe it's in Next Summer, that I wanted to ask you about because it's an interesting word choice. I believe the lyric is "I'll lick your tears."
Yeah.
You could have said "wipe your tears." Why that word choice?
Because call me when he breaks your heart in the summer, baby, I'll be waiting here. Baby, I will lick your tears. For me in English, it's all about sounds.
Okay.
So like the song was, the word was melodically more correct
what you were looking for
me. Ooh. And since I don't judge the meaning of what I'm saying, it's like, okay, that sounds better. And the room was like, I would never have said that because in English it's weird, but with the fact that you're Italian, you have like this pass to say things in a weird way.
My ear immediately perked up. I was like, I went back. I was like, did I hear that correctly? Have you ever licked someone else's tears?
No, that's gross.
Okay. So it was just for the fun of it, not.
Yeah. We had songs where we made up words as well. Like I'm reminiscing. Like we.
Great.
That's not a right word.
Why not?
Because it fits, and you can play with the fact that.
How do you spell that?
I have no idea. But like yesterday, I was listening to System of a Down. The most loneliest day of my life. Right. It's not correct, but it's the most loneliest day of my life. You know, you can push harder on things because you can make a little mistake.
Right. That's cool.
I love it. That's very rock and roll of you. It really is.
Pushing boundaries of songwriting.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Thanks so much for watching this clip from our podcast, Counter-Melodies.
If you'd like to watch the full episode, be sure to click the link in the description.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Bye, guys.